Ah, my first house in North Dakota.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oops, looks like somebody forgot about their pilot light. That or my uncle lit a fart. Is this like a mix between Little House on the Prairie and Malcolm in the Middle? That would be so weird. That's not a real thing. Neither is that. I mean, unless you count the Avengers. Beautiful downtown hell.
Town looks like any other when you see it from an airplane window.
Full of crippling
Trees
depression.
line the quiet residential streets, and there's usually a highway running through to an industrial area where many town people work.
Oh, so this is pre-Reagan.
But in every town, you'll find houses like this, run down, neglected.
Says you.
Trash
I like
that
it.
disfigure the house and yard.
Now that dude just threw the
An
newspaper
eyesore,
down.
yes,
That's just being a
and
jerk.
as you'll see, much more. A house that's neglected is the house that may be doomed in the atomic age.
One would hope, but
What would happen to such a town if it were on the outer fringe of an attack directed at a nearby city?
I don't know
We can
Tom
answer that
Brokaw's
question,
dad. Tell me.
In part, at least, even though it hasn't happened yet. A series of civil defense tests were made to discover the effects of atomic heat on American homes.
Because we had nothing
I'm going
better to
show
do,
you
and we
how
have money
protective
back
measures
then.
can help guard your
Because
home
science was actually
against the heat
funded.
effects of an atomic explosion.
Think of it like putting a cherry bomb down the
This is
toilet.
waterproof
It's just
ground
fun to do.
Tests were made on miniature houses in various stages of upkeep
We had to
inside the house.
adjust everything
These
because,
tests
you
were
know,
also
explosions
made on
and shit.
common fire hazards like dead grass, old leaves, discarded newspapers, and fence structures.
And your Beanie Baby
Here
collection.
are 5 fences placed far enough from the explosion that they could survive the blast. The
Kinda
fences
reminds
in the
me of
middle
my
are built
neighborhood.
of decayed wood. Dry grass and litter simulate
You can't say
conditions
grass
you've
back
seen in
then.
too many alleys and backyards in slum areas. The trash,
Is
litter,
that
and
any way to
grass are
talk
perfect
about
kindling for the
Cincinnati?
unprotected and unpainted wood of the fence itself. The moments tick
Aw
away
man,
as
what
we
a
await
waste
the
of some
bomb
perfectly
and
good
the
chicken
fireball.
wire.
The light flash and the heat or thermal
Man,
wave,
every
then
time I
the
eat my
blast
grandmother's
wave.
beans, this happens.
You'll remember the 3 middle fences are built of rotten wood, unpainted and surrounded by trash. They are immediately ignited. The 2 outer fences, without litter, are slower to ignite.
What does it matter? You're all gonna be burnt to a crisp.
Fences are readily ignited by heat flash. Likewise, some types of interiors are easily ignited.
So why were we walking around in
This will
polyester
be
back
demonstrated
then?
in the next test.
We gonna just blow this shit up directly?
Here are 2 miniature frame houses, identical in structure, both in good condition and
Oh, so they're
well-painted
millennials'
outside.
retirement homes.
Certainly
That's
mounted
great.
Cameras in front of the houses are to record the effect of heat flash. Large windows purposely expose the interiors to the flash.
Ah, masters of the universe.
In the house on the right,
Oh God,
all
this
the
is like the
earmarks
scene
of
from Manos Hands of
untidy
Fate.
housekeeping. Newspapers and
Okay, that's a
magazines lying
fabrication.
about,
Nobody had newspapers and
and
magazines in their
cluttered
homes.
tables. Now the house on the left, identical to the other, but spick and span.
Yeah, from an anal retentive person.
Trash has been thrown away. Tabletops are tidy.
So you telling me if I'm a slob, I'm gonna
2
die of a
rooms,
nuclear
one
bomb?
Fire trap, even under ordinary conditions. The other cleaned up and fresh with better, safer housekeeping. Both ready for the test.
Oh, so now we're telling everybody they have to be properly married.
The light flash and the heat wave. Then the blast tears away part of each roof. Let's see it again in stop
Do we
motion.
need to?
First, the light flash and the thermal or heat wave that only chars the painted outer surface of both houses.
I get the feeling this is what it's like to be in a microwave oven. Yes, kids, don't smoke. Look what it does to your
Then
house.
The blast.
Oh man, that new Kiss album was bitchin'.
The cluttered room of the house on the right bursts into flame.
It's the flame of rock and roll!
In a few moments, the interior is completely ablaze. The fire that started inside
Well,
spread
should have been
rapidly
smoking in
to
bed.
the house itself, although the house on the left still shows no exterior flames. Now the house on the right burns as fiercely as if it had been deliberately fired with kindling.
You know, as if this was like not a stage thing or anything.
The lack of fire-safe housekeeping has doomed this house to destruction.
Yes. Not having a housewife is un-American. You'll die by the communist hands if you don't get married.
Readily extinguished afterward. Damage? Yes, but the house still stands.
That's
One house
debatable.
standing, one house leveled, both painted and cleaned up outside.
Didn't Jesus talk about this about sand and rocks? I forget.
Now, our third test. 3 identical
Good God. Why don't you just bring out Squeak and see if he can survive this shit?
Same distance from the point of the explosion. The house on the right, an eyesore. But you've seen these same conditions.
Yeah, who would wear that kind of clothing?
Old, unpainted wood.
Was that a hand?
Paper, leaves,
It is a
and
hand.
in the yard. In a moment, you'll see the results of atomic heat flash on this house. The house
And
on
you're
the
gonna
right
laugh your balls
is built in
off.
Many homes across the nation. Heavily weathered, dry wood in run-down condition.
Is that any way to talk about the pristine housing of Detroit?
This house is the product of years of neglect. It has not been painted regularly. It's dry and rotten.
But enough about my mother-in-law.
A tinderbox ready to turn into a blazing torch.
Okay, are you getting drunk, Tom Brokaw's dad? Because it sounds like you're slurring your words.
With a clean, unlittered yard. The exterior
Well,
has been
that and you
painted
put
with
water all over the place.
house paint. Light painted surfaces reflect heat, and the paint also protects the wood from weathering and moisture damage. Let's watch the test now and see what happens.
I think
under
this
atomic
is
heat.
fixed. I mean, that clearly looks like you've just doused water everywhere. Are you gonna fart, Larry? Okay, thank you. Now I have the urge to go drop rocks off a
See it again in
bridge.
Stop motion. The light flash, the heat wave, and clouds of dust.
I think that'll all kill you before anything else.
Keep
I
your
can't
eye
see
on the
anything.
house
I
on
don't
the
want to
right.
keep my eye on anything. I've been
Notice how the
blinded.
heat wave affects it. There's the fire starting in the trash.
But we didn't
surrounding the
start
house.
the fire. It's been always burning since the world's been
Now
turning.
it spreads to the house itself.
Well, I mean, if you build the damn thing out of
In a
typewriter
moment, the black
paper
wave
and
and
oily
fury
rags, this is what you're gonna get. Kind of reminds me of a surprise blizzard in Buffalo, though.
The house on the right is the first to ignite. The trash serves as kindling for the dry, weathered wood.
See, I think this is more propaganda because this is actually what
The
happens
house
when you
on the
try to
left
deep fry a
smolders for
turkey.
few moments. Looks almost as if it will not burn, and then bursts into flame. The house on the right continues to burn.
Burn, baby,
Houses are a total
burn.
loss, but the well-kept and
We
painted
don't
house
need
in the
no
middle
water,
still
let the
stands.
motherfucker burn. By golly, that house in the middle, totally fine because you had someone to clean up the
This one?
shit.
The house on the right, dilapidated with
Yeah,
paper,
go ahead and
dead
grab
grass,
that piece of
littered,
metal that
never
probably would
weathered.
make a Geiger counter cry. It's fine.
The house on the left, unpainted, run down, neglected. Is this your house?
Well, no, my house is still standing
The house
right
in the
now.
middle, cleaned up, painted up, and fixed up, exposed to the same searing atomic heat wave, did not catch fire. Close
Yeah,
examination
okay.
revealed
Earl
the
there
great
isn't gonna make me
charring of the
believe this is
painted upper
different.
surface.
Yes, keeping a tidy house and being anal retentive is American,
The
for
White
God's
House in the
sakes.
middle survived an atomic heat flash. These civil defense tests have proven how important upkeep is to our houses and towns.
So quit being sloths,
Now, it's up
you
to us, the
damn
people,
fools.
to take decisive action. All right, you say, what can I do about it? What can
Move into
my
a
community
trailer
do?
so you can burn
All
faster.
over America, towns and cities are organizing local cleanup, paint-up, fix-up campaigns.
Yeah, no, that never happened.
Boy and Girl Scouts and school children of all...
Oh, now we're gonna involve children to do this shit. Because let's not let them play in an alley and get tetanus. Let's have them do something American like clean this shit up.
They collect and pile up. Your community needs this help. Do those long-delayed repair jobs now. Trim your shrubbery. And
Go to
trees.
Lowe's if it was invented yet and get this shit
Keep
done.
your block cleaned up. Beauty, cleanliness,
Oh man,
health,
Gomer
and
Pyle, I feel
safety
for you,
are the
bro.
4 basic doctrines that protect our homes, our cities. You've seen the tests. You know the story.
And you still
Join
failed
your
anyway.
friends and neighbors for a better, safer community.
I mean, not like I really care, because I don't even talk to my neighbors.
Responsibility. The dingy house on the left, the dirty and littered house on the right, or the
Don't matter to me, because I'm living in the middle.
It is your choice. The reward may be survival.
Ooh, such profound thoughts, Tom Brokaw's dad. I guess I am glad I didn't see Malcolm or Laura Ingalls in this. I might have had a problem. That's still not a real thing. I get the feeling that if I looked it up, I would just find out that this was all fraud. Like it's some sort of propaganda to get you to buy more paint and varnish and lacquer. No. I've seen what they do. Forget it.